Hi, everybody. Hey, I'm live. Welcome to Beyond Quests with Reck. I've got Rose Reynolds here. Thanks for coming on the show, Rose. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Me too. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
We get to hang out, just me and you.
yeah, and some
Plenty
of
of
our
happiness.
good friends. Yeah, Jen said hi. They're joining. We've got Laura. We've got Gary on. A few more people joining. Normally it takes a couple minutes. So yeah,
Ryan.
yeah.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, well, welcome. I am super excited. This is our late night edition of Beyond Quests, and we get to talk about JordanCon. We're going to be able to see each other in like 3 days.
Yes. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna see Brandon Sanderson in in an elevator, and I'm just gonna act weird. That's what I'll do.
I'm pretty positive he's used to it. I think.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna say Alloy of Law was your best because I had the most mistakes, and your new stuff is a little too polished. I'm sorry. Have a good one, and then I'll leave.
I mean,
That's all. Like sometimes when you have 92 editors and beta readers and too much help, I'm like, I want the raw Sanderson. I want
yeah,
the early
yeah.
shit.
I don't think you can tell him that you want the Ross Anderson. He might, but.
Oh no, I don't want that at all.
What would be a good response, you think, from an author that's got 45 editors? Like, what would you want him to say? Like, oh, be my beta reader, I'll send you my rough draft.
What do you mean? Like if I told him that I liked his
Yeah.
early shit more,
Mm-hmm.
he would just pat me on the head and say I'm rich. I don't know. Uh, he's right. More
Well, I
people.
know, but what would the response that you were hoping for? Like, what would be a response that you'd be like, that's real?
Okay. If I had a chance to authentically talk to him, I would want him to know that I appreciate his earliest works because they were more experimental.
Mm-hmm.
He allowed himself to make more mistakes, and they were more raw in their creation. And I would hope that he could take that away and not overthink his next project as much. Maybe,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, just because I think like being an artist is an ever circling thing. You're never done, you're never finished or like fully ascended.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I feel like you're right. I haven't really thought about his work that way, but I would agree that his earlier stuff is more experimental. It's not all good. It's not like he's been like,
yeah,
writing
some cheesy
aces.
parts. Like who was the gang leader in Mistborn with a K?
Uh
It was like what Kaladin.
Kellner, uh, we're
There
losing Jordan Con points here.
whatever.
Yeah.
I've read them all, but
Yeah.
the gang leader was definitely what Kaladin Stormblessed became.
Yeah.
And I read one after the other, and I just laughed, and I was like, you leveled up the archetype really good."
Mm-hmm.
It was really cheesy before, but I just really liked his like world building was raw and weird, and like China Mieville is probably one of my favorites because China Mieville is fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a bizarre writer. I've never seen anyone touch his level of weirdness.
Yeah. He's got variety, and I mean the first book of his that I read was actually Mistborn, um, and the world is just so
Mhm,
like lived in, right?
for
Like
sure.
just yeah. I don't know. The whole thing. It's very clever. He's a clever man, and yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'd say to him in an elevator.
I wouldn't say that in an elevator. I think it'd be too much. I'd probably
Mm-hmm.
say, "Hey, Brandon, I'm Rose. I write too," and then that's it. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want a picture. I don't need a signature. I just wanted to say, I wouldn't mind saying hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might ask him what I mean, I'm sure somebody's asked him this, but what his favorite book of his is.
Hmm.
Would be interesting.
I would also probably say thanks for the free education.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't use a lot of his resources, but I've looked at a couple, and he's put all of his approaches and pedagogy out.
Yeah.
He gave it
Yeah.
all. If you
I,
want,
I
fine.
I don't know too many authors that haven't at least listened to a couple of his YouTube videos, right? Yeah. Uh, his YouTube videos and stuff, he does the thing that a lot of folks, a lot of indie authors are missing, and just the how to go about crafting a story. Um, we've got a lot of talent in the indie space, but the crafting, the crafting sometimes
And
needs work.
to be fair, I feel like he went so far as to lose some of himself.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like I can push a lot here and think really good and be very smart. And then when I do that, my writing goes downhill a little bit. My
yeah.
most brilliant happens in a lightning storm in my belly, and then I'm just scrambling to try and keep up with what I did in like 0.2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
David Foster Wallace talked about that, how you get like this image of something and then you're trying to scramble to put down as much as you can, and the pieces of what you made are just falling through your fingers, and it's inevitably going to be imperfect compared to what you've done in your head in
mm-hmm.
like a fraction of a second.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a moment when I wrote Potions and Perils. It was one of those, like, the muse hit, and I wrote it in like 2 weeks. I fell asleep at the keyboard twice,
Oh, I love that.
and I don't know. It's like lightning in a bottle, right? When you just, yeah,
And it
just
was such a good one. I read it, y'all. You should read it.
it's fun.
Cried like a
Yeah,
little bitch. I cried 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that as
Yeah,
a
like,
win.
there was a mom theme. I won't do spoilers, but there was a mom theme, and that one hit hard because I feel like every good mom tries their best, and inevitably, as a parent, you fail your children and hurt them in some ways, but you still love them and try your best. And even when what was her name? T word.
Uh, uh Tamara.
Yeah,
What was my own character's name?
what
Uh,
was which mom's name? They
yeah, yeah. Don't ask me this. What's my character's name?
when when she leaves,
Tarma.
and
Yeah,
when she is asked to leave, there's that moment, and that got me where I was like, my kids have already begun asking me to leave,
yeah.
and that's your
Isn't it
job, is to like depart but then be available, like
Waiting
whatever.
in the Wings? Yeah,
It hurts.
yeah. Her druidic, like, I'm just gonna go up in a tree.
Yeah, which is actually not a bad thing to do, I suppose. She could have been
Right.
like a boomer and like been abusive or something. Oh my god.
Well,
Anyway,
we
it was
got,
a good book. I loved it.
yeah. But I think that I think you're right. That, I don't know what quote you had, but when you have the muse hit and it's like you're trying to get everything down and it can't help, you can't get everything down, so some of it just falls through your fingers. That is like the magic of writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to forgive yourself because in fact, I feel like for me, that's been one of my greatest challenges is I'm very visual inside my head. And so I'm sort of like playing out a movie. And as I'm watching my movie, I try to create symbols and words to show people what I'm seeing. And it's not perfect. And then I like my earliest teacher gave me like I wrote a dope ass story and he gave me like a A- or something. And I was like, I was fucking devastated. And I was like, this is brilliant. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, I literally like this is happening and this is happening, and then all these perspectives and he's like, you didn't write that down. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I read it back to him and I was like, oh, can I revise it and try again? He's like, sure. But like, yeah, you have to read your own shit out loud to see what you've actually put down
Hmm.
and try to hear it, which is difficult when you've been in it. Uh,
Yeah.
I feel like the best way to revise your shit is to wait a little bit of time, but you don't always have that time. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're Brandon Sanderson, you have like 8 people that'll read it out loud.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the other thing is have a friend read it with you or
Mm-hmm.
bounce it off other people. I usually don't agree with anyone that reads my work, but the like not on the exactness. I'll be like, yeah, exactly, and then they'll say like because of this, and I'm like, no, because of this, and then I know how to change it because they've pushed back on me, and then given me that surface to bounce off of.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with therapy. Like It's literally the same thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Doug wants to know if you've actually tried dictation.
That one's frustrating. I really want to. I flirted with it. I even downloaded the stupid software. I feel like it's the tism when it's or ADHD. I don't know. It's one of my spices that make acquisition of a new skill so intimidating that I will usually quit. Before I can pick up and write effectively on a keyboard now. So sacrificing efficiency for weeks to get something potentially better, that is
Yeah.
such a hard risk for me. I want to do it real bad, and I think I would be good at it, but it's also different.
I
You have to get used to hearing yourself talk, and
Yeah, I think there's some like I don't know if it's shame or embarrassment about like talking out loud to myself that gets me, like sitting in a room and just talking to myself gets me. I haven't, yeah, I don't know.
absolutely.
But it is, I mean, seemingly it's faster, but I also like, watched like KT Hannah have like, she had like wrist problems and like halfway through a series, she switched to dictation and it worked for her, but the tone in her writing shifted when she went to dictation. And it's like, I think maybe I'll try dictation for my next series or for
Yeah,
a side
at
project.
the beginning before you do it, that would
Yeah.
be the way to do it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I can't imagine it not changing. I've done some dictation, and what comes out is not what I'm normally writing. But
Hmm.
I think it could be better because you might be able to get a little bit more honest.
Yeah.
Like seeing words is not how you talk, and how you talk is more organic. So I would love to be able to strip out some of my vocabulary. Like it's funny because a lot of like young readers are like, I used to teach, and then they would be like, well, I kind of want to write, but I need to take a few years and just study a thesaurus for a while. And I'm like, please don't. You're going to
Yeah.
trash your writing. It's okay if you need a bigger word sometimes, but going to the thesaurus will usually make it more awkward and more.
Yeah. Stilted.
You don't want your reader to think about things. You want them to feel things.
Mhm.
So unless you're writing philosophy or something, that's different.
Yeah.
But you're, yeah, doing narrative.
Well, keep bringing the questions if you've got them, and we'll keep talking. Jordan Con, you've been to Jordan Con before, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is my first round at Jordan Con. What do I need to be prepared for coming to Jordan Con for the first time?
Okay, well, I will qualify by saying this one will be different because we have a Sanderson coming.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll probably be triple the size.
Yeah.
But even triple the size is like half of what LitRPG Con had and like 1.2% of Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Last year,
Dragon Con's its own thing.
last year Jordan Con was like 400 and something, maybe five. I don't know. It used to be
Okay.
up to 1,000, but it gets closer to between like 400 and 800 is normal, I think.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. And it's very cozy and quaint, and the same people are always there. And it's like a little tiny family. And it's sort of like the first time I went, I felt like I was crashing somebody else's party. I was just like everyone knows everyone. And the nice thing is that they're just like, oh, hey, come on in. And I'm like, okay, are you sure? I mean, I did pay to be
Yeah.
because I'm comfy. It's cute. The
Yeah.
hotel's too cold. They don't need to have it so fucking cold.
Okay. So bring a sweater, emergency sweater or two.
I'm literally going to bring felt lined leggings.
Wow. Okay.
So
I
it's
was
like,
I was debating whether I should bring shorts or I don't like to wear shorts at professional, but it's so hot here.
are you a werewolf or a vampire? I am a vampire, so I need to not die
Yeah.
in the
I'm a
cold.
vampire too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so bring something cozy.
Okay.
For some reason, there's just like there's always a couple people I think in attendance that are near death. God bless them. And for some reason they get hot unless it's like 67 degrees. That's
Okay.
really fucking cold.
That is pretty cool.
The AC, that's just crazy. Like 72. Like let's not be weird. That's still cold, but I won't be like. Remember last year, me and Jessica Wargrove from Other Worlds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both wore dresses on like on Sunday or whatever, and it was like 11 a.m. and I was just like, You want to go outside and stand in the sun? Like we
Need to
just,
recharge.
it felt so good, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I will still wear my dress, but I'm gonna wear
Leggings. Yeah.
leggings for sure.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right. So we're gonna pack some sweaters, which is packing sweaters for Atlanta. It's just like no, but yeah, okay. Pack some sweaters. Smaller. I've heard that they sold out on tickets like a month ago. So
And that was after they took off the cap.
yeah, yeah.
So
So
it's
it could
much
be.
higher than it has been, and they opened up a second hotel.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I would say it's going to be 1,500 or 2,000. That would be my guess.
Okay. Yeah. So it's gonna be a crowd. But I mean, it's like
It's going
one
to
of
be
those
awesome.
things where they might just be there for Sanderson, right? And just following him around.
No, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I might meet my wife. We'll see.
Dun dun dun. Yeah.
See, I just hope she's tall as shit. She'll end up being tiny, but she'll have big energy, and that works for me.
Yeah. So attitude can make up for height differentials. Is that what I'm hearing?
Short kings bring it. Sorry, you knew I was going to go there.
Okay. Favorite. So favorite parts of the con last year. Did you go last year? Or was it 2 years ago, or both?
I've done.
Okay. For favorite parts about Jordan Con, what's a favorite memory or two?
Okay, so there's a Saturday night party that's pretty dope. Oh,
Is that the
okay.
prom thing?
I've got a funner story. Fuck all that. I don't even know the dude's name, but you could probably still find it online. So there's always a karaoke, and I don't think they're coming this year. Maybe some of them are, but Sound Booth usually shows up. And when narrators go to karaoke night, it's unhinged. You get literally a bunch of like 10-star like performers. They act, they make fun of each other, they've got like poise, and then they sing like beautiful angels. And so there's normal people that just sort of go like this, some that still contribute. Usually people are just stunned by the crazy performance, whatever. There was an old man volunteer. His name was Peter. he hit on like 4 people in the lit RPG. Me and Ren. So apparently he's like trans inclusive. We love that. Except he was weird about it, and he was like in his 70s.
Yeah.
And he hit on at least 2 other girls. And these are people we knew. So who knows what sort of havoc he was wreaking?
Yeah.
At the height of one of the songs, he fell over backwards through the the backdrop thing. He fell through that and off the stage and crashed, and it was on live. That shit was just uploaded instantly, and it was hilarious. And you see everyone from like Justin Thomas James, I think, was in the video, and he was like, "Oh my god!" So Peter needs to remember what consent is and stay in his fucking lane. Don't drink so much if you're going to volunteer, but bring the energy. Yeah, we liked it. I think it was hilarious. Just
So is there a lot of like live stuff, or is it just karaoke?
ooh, he did try to kiss me, and that was weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, so it got weird. I just remembered that. He like went to hug me, and I was like, "Oh, sure." And then he's like, and I'm like, "Don't fucking kiss me. I don't know you, sir. I don't know you, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me."
Yeah.
No.
No.
What were you saying? What was the?
The question was, is there a lot that's live? Like if folks can't attend, is there a lot to watch?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm sure some of it is. I don't pay attention to it. So
Yeah. Fair.
it's so fabulous. I have to be in the moment. So if you happen to catch a little bit of me live, then you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laura says, inclusive but weird about it. Such an old man thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I don't know. I bet you Rin would remember, and so would Jess. So would Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
It was. Everyone was a little saucy that night, though. I just got to be honest. So
Yeah.
Saturday night gets a little sideways. There's a really good dance, though. It's fun. The DJ met his wife there, who I happen to. I like. See, Peter's got to pick up on things. I did hit on someone the previous year, but that was just me saying hi, how's it going, and how do you know people here? That's it. And then she's like, yeah, that's my husband. That's a DJ. And I was like, that's cute. How did y'all meet? And then she's like, here, 5 years ago. And then I got to hear their meet cute. And that's when I stopped hitting on her.
Yeah.
Right. I stopped the intention of that. And I didn't try to kiss her randomly. So
That's good.
the panels are good. Yeah. I think I was at my best panel ever there.
Yeah. Tell us that one. Yeah.
It was a mental health and fantasy literature.
Okay.
And it just turned into trauma literature. I literally wrote my like master's project on the intersection of fantasy and trauma theory, and brought up Tolkien's own theories on it himself. He has like letters about on recovery and escape, and I forgot the other benefit, but he literally writes early trauma theory, and no one ever considers him a trauma theorist, even though I'm like, it's valid. He wrote it before Kathy Caruth and Vander Kolk and like the guys that are famous these days. But anyway,
yeah,
fantasy saved his life, and it helped save my life too. So
yeah,
it was really cute.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so fantasy, health, mental health. Was there anything particular about the panel, or was it just the whole conversation?
It was interesting. It was like Saturday, or it might have been Sunday morning, and I was already tapped out of energy, and I was having an autism moment before it started, and I was sitting next to Katie Hanna, and I had to have an overstimulation exhaustion cry. And so I just sort of like was going like this and just ignoring the tears going down my face, and then we started.
I mean,
and then it was so appropriate, and the guy really got things going when he said something about how like, how do you feel your own trauma impacts the way you write? And I was like, thank you for asking the only question that matters. And then I just dove into trauma theory and how fantasy allows for the creation of something new. So the traumatic moment specifically doesn't exist and always exists in perfection. I'm going deep on this one. So Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five, like an insect trapped in amber.
Mm-hmm.
That's the traumatic memory. It's saved in perfection. Your body remembers it perfectly and forever, yet you can't quite remember it. There's omissions, right? So if you have that and you need to fill it back in together so you can integrate that back into your narrative memory and process it and get over it, one of the most helpful techniques is different forms of fantasy. You can invite in an advocate. You can retell your story, but in a different way. You can write Lord of the Rings, you know what I mean? And deal with the Battle of the Somme. It works. Yeah. So, and I love how modern psychology just backed my ass up. It was an easy paper to write. So,
love it. Jen says, this is some deep shit tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Right. There's a lot of my trauma that makes it into my writing in different ways. Yeah. So I don't know.
I think it makes the writing good.
Yeah.
I also don't want it to be, you don't want it to be like preachy. It should make its way in organically. Even like, see, I'll come at Sanderson. He's fine. He'll handle it.
Yeah, he can stand it.
The way he did Kaladin, Stormblessed, Arc, and the other soldier, there's the old man soldier that also happens to be an addict, and he gets back on the stuff or whatever. The way he told their arcs was very much like he went and took notes at AA and like a PTSD meeting.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
Yeah, I'm going to get this right. And I'm like, Brandon, why don't you not tell a soldier's story?
Yeah.
Don't. Or tell the story, but don't think that you can go that deep into their psyche, because he wrote like a straight white Mormon that has no experience in combat. That's what it came off like. And that was the part where I was like, it's good. Let's just keep going. The rest of it's good. But I don't know.
Yeah, I also had problems with Kaladin too.
He's
Not
dope,
from a
he's awesome, but his trauma narrative is
yeah, his trauma is just a little
on the nose.
yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It
You hear
is.
me, Brandon? Do you hear me?
He does not.
He does not. No,
Let's get trapped in that elevator.
he's trapped in his tens of millions. It's just all, yeah, he
Yeah,
can't hear me. There's too many hundreds in his ears.
that's right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so you've already talked about karaoke and the dance. Um, I've heard there's like different events going on all weekend. Have you participated in anything else? I hear there's a sword fight that goes on Saturday morning.
Really? Oh,
Uh-huh.
wait. Yeah, no. And that pisses me off. I always forget about it. Or
Mm.
I'm on a panel. That does happen. And there's also, ooh, I'm kind of famous. I know a really cool blacksmith that goes there. And he read Shattered Sword before he even met me and came up and he's like, I'm a reader. And I'm like, dope. And then he's like, I create some of the best swords in the world. And I'm like, you're way cooler than me. So I got to touch his swords and stuff. But he always brings a weapon and auctions it off. And this year he's just giving it to Sanderson.
Huh?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so the dude's pretty dope. Um, oh, his name's Mark. I was like, fuck. He owns one of the like main things.
Does he sell stuff at the vendor hall?
I don't think so. No, he
Just
doesn't
comes
need
because
to.
he's a
He's
fan.
got a really big fancy company. It's one of the main like American blacksmith companies. So if you know swords, you would recognize it. But they do a big awkward poly meetup in the beginning, and it gets weird. So if you hang out in the lobby at the wrong time, you're gonna get hit on there. That I've had to dodge a couple combos. I'm like, I'm with my friends. I don't want to be part of your polycule.
Fair.
Yeah, yeah. Every fantasy con always has polycule meetups.
Yeah. They're all looking for extras for their D&D campaigns.
Yeah, to be fair, they're gonna treat you well, and they just want you to play D&D together.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. Um, hmm.
So we've got a couple of panels in common. Are there any panels that you're looking forward to specifically?
Yeah, let me bring that up. I got added to a couple that seems fun.
Mm.
Specifically, I got added to one with Jessica Threet.
Hey.
You get to make up monster things.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, right there. Okay, so I'm on the Friday, 4 p.m. The Adventurer's Guide to Etiquette, Navigating the Social Norms of Fantastical Realms. You're on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm on that one too. Yeah.
How do you talk to fairies and not lose your soul? What faux pas with the mythical creature could get you eaten? I think we'll just end up bullshitting. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, that one seems a little, I don't know. Like
If the moderator is good, it'd be great.
yeah. If the moderator is good, it'll be great. Not sure exactly, cover slug etiquette or something. I don't know.
There's the Saturday 10 a.m. one, which is dope, and I feel like it's me perfectly. Lit RPG power fantasy or character study, pushing beyond the grind. Is lit RPG just about getting stronger? I'm literally writing a cozy power fantasy, and that's generally my vibe, is to do like, I'm character driven on that side, and some people usually want a little bit more system and crunch from me, and if you have a heart, you'll cry when you read my books. I think I'm better, but that is subjective as fuck, and some authors are sure selling a lot more than I am. So,
Well, you made me cry in the books I've read of yours, so
yeah, I
yeah.
got it.
Yeah. It's funny because like I think there is less emotional. I'm just gonna call it less. It's not less good. It's just less emotional. It's just more straight up power fantasy. Number goes up. Lit RPG that is so popular.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, there's a lot of it, and it's a little disheartening as a character.
Sometimes, but you know what? There's plenty of that, and
Yeah.
some room for us. There's room for everyone, so we just need to keep writing our shit, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And
Mm.
lit RPG keeps growing. You know, the fan base keeps growing. There's gonna be more people that enjoy the character stuff too.
It's so weird. I've talked to people that are like, they want to know what I write, and then I'll say like fantasy, and they're like, yeah, but what kind? And I'm like, you're not gonna know. I'm like progression fantasy lit RPG, and they're like, what's that? And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, I'm reading a new thing called Dungeon Carl ECC, and
Yeah,
then I'm like, that's kind of what I mean. Um, that's Matt's book.
yeah,
But I think that book was an awesome one to get famous because it's not perfectly couched in genre. So I think it does a good job at continuing to pull in all sorts of readers,
yeah.
like literary readers, epic fantasy readers, sci-fi readers, and just like pop fiction readers.
Hmm.
All of them will come in for that, which is pretty dope. It's a rare book in that aspect. So if you're jealous of Matt, don't be weird about it, bro. He's fishing for all of us.
Yeah, he is absolutely a great hook, right?
Yeah,
He's good bait to
yeah,
get new readers into the genre, and it's working. I mean, I think the gate has been opened. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
There's one on Saturday that's going to be, I think, really fun. Is the lit RPG roast, lovingly bullying tropes, characters, and our own worst habits of humorous.
I'm on that one too. I'm excited about that one.
I think Ren's on that too, right? She
Yeah,
said nervous because she's nice and doesn't like to roast things, but I'll be cunty for her. It'll be fine.
yeah. I'll be cunty too. I like. I mean, I've read so much lit RPG for these podcasts and stuff. Um, yeah, I mean, there's things we can be doing as a genre.
And if you don't want to be specific, you can like cultivation's very easy to make fun of too. That one
Yeah.
cracks me up.
I'm not going to call out any specific book, but like, there's overused tropes and
Like, oh, it's a sentient weapon that's highly sarcastic. You're puns for no fucking reason.
yeah,
Do you want a 6 pack of puns every paragraph?
yeah, yeah. It's just, I mean, dad jokes just at the end of the day, here and there, but like your whole book.
Yeah, but some people love them, and that is definitely that's how genres get built, right?
Well, and I think, I mean, as much it goes with the power fantasy thing too, and the number goes up. If like, people are going to keep writing them as long as people keep buying them, and if people are enjoying them, hey, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's that. It's like this is my fancy trilogy, and it takes off, and you're like, number 19 is coming out, and you're like, really? And the fans are like posting on Reddit, this one was total trash. It's horrible. I'm finally going to leave it. I haven't enjoyed the last 9 books. And you're like, wow. So
Yeah,
I do feel like sunk cost fallacy plays a huge part where they just need to finish and the author doesn't give it to them, which I
yeah.
think is kind of fucked up. I'm all about like I get dragging it, but
That's
making
why. Okay, have I
make,
told you about this idea for Lit RPG Con where I'm going to get like I haven't decided if it's like a medal or like ribbons that if you completed a series in 20 between 2025 and 2026, then you get this like special ribbon from me that's like I've completed achievement unlocked a completed series.
no one's gonna get one.
There's gonna be like 3.
I'm
KT can get one.
I'm gonna finish one because I'm gonna drop
Yeah,
Remnant 3
there you
soon.
go.
I've got a bunch of trilogies. The only ones I've gone beyond 3 books are in my slutty books. So
I don't mind if it's longer than a trilogy. It needs to have an well thought out ending.
I'm cool. I'm fine.
Yeah. Yeah, like Doug saying he's gonna get one. Yeah. Yeah. Doug, how many books long is your series? It's like 6 or 7, right? Yeah. He'll type in there. But yeah, this is my this is my way of nudging our genre towards having completed series is giving out ribbons.
I wish we could do standalones. I
I
would
do too.
hunger for that just because I feel like yeah, when you're doing a series, you're sacrificing story arc for the sake of marketability and capitalism. Just like, can you keep pressing the button for more dopamine and keep making more money? I understand that, but I do think it's cool when an author is famous enough to just write a standalone that is amazing. Just
Yeah.
amazing. And it could be big, like it can still be as big as 3 books put together. But
Well, the hard thing is a lot of the publishers now in lit RPG won't even talk to you unless you've got 3 books written.
yeah.
And the common advice for authors is that you might as well light your money on fire unless you have a series that you can, have people buy through, right? But yeah, I mean, a satisfying standalone book is like, yeah.
You should do, for all new authors, if you really want to take off, you should write a standalone novella in lit RPG. That is the best marketing choice possible. Make sure it's a short book. Yeah. And being
Why?
sarcastic.
Yeah, I was gonna say why? Sarcasm.
I want to add one more horrible idea. Meh. Oh no, do your own narration. That'll help. That's
Yeah.
ignore the very talented narrators we have that are
Right.
ready, willing to do it, and do it yourself for sure. And ignore Facebook and Reddit advertisements. You don't need those. Just throw it up on Amazon. People will find it automatically. So
Yeah.
yeah, easy. Oh, and draw your own cover. I've seen people do that straight up, where they're like, my nephew is an artist, and I'm like, yeah, did they use crayons? And they're like, they did.
It's edgy. It's edgy, Rose.
Yeah.
No, I know. How about have ChatGPT just do your cover for you?
It would be better than the nephew.
Yeah.
Less ethical, but still, like, dear Lord.
Yeah.
It could be crazy and commission an artist. Just that might work. That does work, by the way. That is me being serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited though. It's going to be fun. We'll have to shiver together and get a couple drinks and hang out.
Yeah. So are you still on the late night? So I'm moderating the late night panel on Saturday night. I wanted some of your advice because I think I've seen you moderate this panel before. It's the lit RPG stats, sparks, and shared beds.
Oh, I'm on that one. Yeah, just make sure you don't. I've been on panels that seem really fun like that. Don't ask too many serious questions. Don't ruin it. Like, show up and ask silly shit. Yeah. I mean, you can ask serious questions, but make sure you invite in some jank, some shock value, some sluttiness. It's supposed to go there. And I've seen panels that look really cool, and you show up and they're like, so when you first like, what is your theoretical approach to it? And it's like, no, don't do that. I thought we were going to talk about boobs in chainmail. Right? I thought we were going to talk about the practicality of trying to, I'm seeing my kid's not in here, of trying to fuck a centaur. Like, we're writing these books. There's monster relation books in the harem genre. I've written a few myself, and I just think you should just go there. Yeah.
That's fair. Give the people what they want.
Yes, make it real, make it funny. Don't take it too seriously.
What is the theoretical best number of people in your harem?
The answer is yes. Yeah. I always liked normal sized ones. Jesus Christ. Says a chick that's kind of been poly for a while.
All right, real quick, if you're in the chat, put the question that you want on the harem romance lit panel, and maybe I'll ask it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
No, I don't know. I'm just gonna say some of the harems get ridiculous. Yeah. Again, you can make fun of cultivation when it gets really tropey on that vibe, where it's just like you've got 1,000 random wonton women just waiting for you, and it's like, what's going on?
Yeah,
they're all going to be so undersatisfied with that one bro, with the dude named Kyle. Like, what is happening? And all
always
of them,
the most vanilla, most boring dude too, right? He's like, I have abs. That's it.
I'm listening to my werewolf system, and I'm enjoying it. It has some interesting choices. Um, it's just kind of going off of a lot of anime tropes and stuff that can be a little cringe sometimes, but I think the author's having fun with it. And the funniest thing is that the hero's name is Gary, um, and it's just like, and then he has a flashback of like the old werewolf in this history book, and his name also was Gary, and I'm like, what the fuck? That is not a thing. The ancient Gary who rose to power. But if the author has to be joking. If
The what?
not, if not, it's funny for a different reason. But I'm pretty sure he's having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Any other panels you're looking forward to? I'm noticing a theme here that you're like the later in the con panels, you're like, burnt out. I'm done.
Well, I asked them to drop a couple, and so those are I read all the ones that I have, and then they added two more. I'm on like a Wheel of Time religion one, which I'm worried about. But it'll be okay. And I'm on with Ryan Maxwell, and he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's my slutty friend. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do the fantasy one with Jessica Threet. And then I thought another one with you. Someone else got in it. A couple things popped up recently.
I've got Sunday the dungeon run.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Are you getting emailed about these new panels, or are they just popping up on the schedule?
I got emails.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that was the I haven't a clue panel that I couldn't do because I'm already doing it. Oh yeah, so that's one we got added to is the Adventurer's Guide to Etiquette, right?
Yeah.
That's the Friday at 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got added to Monster Factory Live, and Jessica's on that one. She's amazing. So
Jessica's amazing. So yeah.
I think it's basically designing a monster and then being witty and funny.
Yeah.
So
you'll have no problem with that.
No. As long as it's not boring, I'm awesome on a panel.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll try my hardest not to make the stat sparks and shared beds one not boring. Brian, so here's some of the questions people are suggesting. We've got if you take the centaur's pants off, are you sliding them over their butt or going straight down all four legs?
Exactly.
Which harem trope is the best harem leader? What character from another author's book would you want in your main character's harem?
I'm still thinking about the centaur. I didn't hear anything else you read. I'm just focused on the only important thing that happened. Like, yeah. Okay, and even crazier, what about a mantar from DCC? That's all man body. So where is the mantar's dick? That's the person that asking that about the pants. The pants was a cute way of saying, where is the centaur's dick?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is it a human penis and we're all kind of disappointed? Or is it the crazy other?
It's got to be the crazy horsecock, right?
Otherwise, it's just a really awkward dude.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of always going to be a standing up fuck, which is pretty awkward too. We've been there. You gotta have strong arms. So centaurs are quick. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
That's the only way to make it work is to be quick.
Yeah.
It's like shower sex where you're like, this is not.
This is.
That's the movies.
Yeah. No, this is not. Yeah. No. All right. My next question has to do with your new novel, the Bunny Girl novel. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be my best one yet. I wanted to. It sort of started around a single moment, which is like I saw the main character getting her, like the system. You whisper your wish to the system, and then it will choose you, and like you will ascend if it considers your wish, your greatest ambition, worthy. in a way. And of course, the main character in this one has the anime wish of, I want to be the greatest hero of all time, you know? And so she says that. And she's about to ascend, and she has this cool hero's vision. And then her friend is autistic and sees a vision that is too dark for her to handle. And she starts having a meltdown, and she starts trying to pull away. And if she pulls away and doesn't accept the ascension, she'll die. She's in danger. And so the main character says, never mind, I don't care about that. I just want Niam to live. My new wish is I want to protect Niam at all costs. So the entire heart of the story is about sacrificing your greatest ambitions for the sake of like loving people. So it's cozy power fantasy. And she still has to get super strong to protect Niam and to like, make things work. But there's that tension between a need for cozy moments around a fire and hanging out and cuddling and being besties and slaying the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited about this. We've talked about it a little bit offline, and I'm excited about how you're gonna ride this line between cozy and the power fantasy, like how that actualizes in the novel itself. It's gonna be interesting to see, and the premise of the book is amazing. Yeah, I suspect there's gonna be tears with this book too.
Yeah, I think so too. I hope so. There's just going to be some really fucking cute moments. I'm going to get you with the cutes.
Yeah, I will admit I am a crier.
Me too.
Yeah, like it's just like a sensitive little soul. So
for sure. Yeah, like if someone's if we're judging on like how Weepy Something is based upon how I cry, I'm biased for sure.
Yeah, same here. But still, it is. It's a compliment when somebody reaches out and they're like, I'm on chapter, whatever, and I'm crying. I'm like, yes, I love that. I want to hear every time you cry and reading one of my books. I want to know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And it's always at the part that you were hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have had it where like I write the scene and it feels good for me, and then I just sort of hate myself and I'm so doubtful and freaking out. And then I hear it months later how that scene ripped them in half. And I was like, really? You liked it? Oh, thank God. Yeah. It doesn't matter if everyone does. If a couple people got it, then you didn't.
If somebody, yeah. That's so. I mean, I did. Stumbling Up has come out since the last time we were on the podcast together, and it's amazing to me how you put something in the world and then people interpret it in different ways that you just don't expect. Yeah. And then every once in a while somebody will come up and be like, this was so like hit, and I'm like, yes, okay, that somebody got it. It just makes it all better.
Yeah, it's weird to me with the lit RPG stuff. I have people noticing things that I didn't want them to notice as much. Like I just, like I'm putting together a system. I do think the progression's cool, and then I'll get questions or suggestions or like appreciation for how cool like the power-ups were. And then I'm like, what about when that character sacrificed their soul for that other dude and then turned into like an ethereal universal presence of the wind or something? Like, what about that? And they're like, yeah, I skimmed it. And you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because that was like philosophy for me. Like that was so deep.
Yeah.
That was literally like me. That was my best.
Yeah.
And that hurts. But then other people catch it. You just have to show up at cons and talk to the right nerds. And then, yeah. Like I met Meph at Lit RPG Con, and they just ripped me in half with appreciation. The fact that they'd read my Atlas Kane books, and I think that one of the things that just got me the most was like, I always knew it wasn't written by a man. And I was like, okay, hang on. I need to, Thank you so much for, it's like, it was obviously written by a queer person. And I was like, oh, thank God. Yes, you got it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like writing in men's harem, there's a lot of other uh, structures I'm writing within or
Yeah.
dancing around. Um, but I still tried to write true to myself. And like, if you read my 1 stars on Atlas Came, other people noticed, like, what is this fucking feminist shit? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm a feminist. Like, I don't hate women. I think they're awesome. That's why I wrote 3-dimensional characters.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, meeting a super fan is wild. Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Matt read all of my Atlas Kane books, like at least 15 or 18 or something crazy. And I was like, what? Holy shit, why? Like, that's great. Thank you. But damn, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Meth
shocked.
is pretty awesome. Yeah.
Meth is very cool. They're showing up as Pendry from Towers of Akalia.
Ah, very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, their
Yeah.
cosplay is on point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi, Meth. If you see it, I love you.
Yeah. Laura's saying one time a guy Bumble read my book and wrote a thesis on my main character's psyche.
Oh, that
Yeah.
happens. Honestly, it's a little disturbing sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you heard of Wyvern Academy or Wyvern Academy? I pronounce it Wyvern. Everyone hates it. Whatever.
No, I haven't heard that one.
Me and Grayson Sinclair wrote it, and we intentionally wrote a dumb, tropey, light novel, like a bro light novel. It was just, it was, it was what it was, and had a lot of fun. But boy, that the like audience that really clicked with it were a level of, they were like sweetheart incels. They were like good people, but we got like one time we got an email that was like 10 pages long with just like, also, I like this side character. I do think maybe you should have probably showed her boobs more. It would have been really cool if she'd have kissed this other girl. Here's a scene I thought you could write when this girl kissed that girl, and then she would have also been a good wife. And it was like written like that. It was like a rambling dissertation on waifus. It was very problematic and very weird to read. And me and Grayson were like, what do we do? Screenshot it. Say thank you so much.
Thanks for the
I don't know.
note.
Be nice to your mom and stop watching Jordan Peterson. I don't know.
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah. So Bunny Girl, is it gonna be a lit RPG? Is it progression fantasy? Is it straight fantasy? Not straight, but
it's gonna be like medium light crunchy lit RPG.
Okay.
With a lot of cozy elements. I like lit RPG. It's super fun. It's the way that I think now when I do that. Like, even when I'm reading fantasy, I'm like, well, he gained a new spell. Like, why isn't he getting a notification?
Yeah, where's the notification? It's so funny. Reading and now writing lit RPG, I had a family member read Stumbling Up, and they're like, what are these brackets? Like,
yeah.
It's like, I actually thought about adding some text for non-lit RPG readers trying to read my book. Like, this is what lit RPG. Here's a one-page primer on lit RPG.
Yeah, and the brackets are awkward at first. They are.
Yeah.
But you get used to it after your first book. Before the book ends, you're used to it.
Yeah.
And then I think it's cool. I don't even like the brackets. People think, I don't know, there's like this, I think, narrative need to like read every line and whatever. When you switch them over to being visual, you kind of go, and then, you know what I mean? It's not as read as much as when you're looking at the actual book. It's something that you skim visually very quickly because it's how you would read a video game notification. Mm-hmm. You're not like slowly reading each word. That's awkward.
Yeah.
That's why they're a little bit more annoying on narration, and that's why hyper crunchy lit RPG can be annoying as fuck on audio.
On narration, yeah. That honestly, I knew I was gonna get narration for Stumbling Up, so I purposely made it lighter on the lighter side because I didn't want pages of narration. Some authors, I mean, if you look at like Chrysalis and some of the more recent authors that are more crunchy, they're pushing the crunch to like a end chapter recap that you can just skip on narration, which is smart. But I honestly don't even want that at this point.
Chrysalis was fun. It was the ant, right?
Yeah, the ant one. Yeah.
I don't know, that one got lucky. For some reason, non-humanoid like monster lit RPG is technically less successful. There are fewer big books that are like successful books that use that, and I was always pissed. I'm like, they're so cool. I don't always want to read human perspectives. That's dumb.
Yeah.
Why can't we read the Centaur? He would tell us exactly where his dick was.
Well, yeah, according to Doug, it's maybe in both places. That would be interesting. It's a lot of pants, though.
No, I think I'm good with that. I'll choose the slutty answer. I'd rather two dicks too.
Yeah. Options, right? All right. If you've got any questions for Rose or I about Jordan Con or Bunny Girl, go ahead and put them in the chat. We're still here. Ryan says it's a dick tour.
For 4 minutes, and then we'll see you at Jordan Con.
Oh God. Here we go. Brian's got the answer.
Dick tour. Hey Brian. The multiple dragon dick theme that happens in some books, that doesn't really make any sense to me, but I don't know. I guess it brings up the option of DP. Sorry, we're going there. That's too spicy? We're already here.
I mean, we're already there. We're already there.
Yeah. But I feel like if you're gonna do that, you should always. It's about inviting a friend. That's what makes it special. You know. Not too much. Have we reached there yet?
Yeah. You know.
I'm gonna tell a story now. No.
Brian's dying. Brian is gonna have. You're gonna have fun.
I'm gonna find Marsha's limit here. Let's keep going. I am dying.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry.
Klingons did it first.
What?
Yeah, Gary did bet me that this whole discussion was going to go there. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun hanging out. Okay, I've got a couple last questions for you. My first one is, our numbers popped up. I think somebody heard like Dick Tour like echoed through the interwebs, and people have joined us.
Really? Hey, no fighting.
Yeah.
No fighting. Sorry. See, the cats are getting spicy now too.
Yeah.
I started switzing a little.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
Questions. We're being serious.
We're gonna try to be serious. See, this is the late night panel. I'm just gonna let it go. We're just gonna be talking about Dictor and dragon sex because
yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Twice.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I'm still sore. So third answer is yes, worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah. What book is out next for you?
It's gonna be my Bunny Girl. We're playing with two titles. It's either gonna be Bunny Girl Exploits, but Athon tossed the idea of making it. This is like one of the titles I was playing with too, is Battle Bunny, and then Exploits as the book number, which I kind of like that too. But yeah, I think it'll. I'm going to be done soon, but it's going to Audible Studios, so then it's going to be getting recorded, and I'm anticipating a drop around Lit RPG Con, so July, maybe August. We'll see.
That's pretty nice. Quick turnaround. Do you have a narrator picked out, or is that still?
I don't know if that's going to work. I requested Annie Ellicott. I just kind of saw that working. It's a female MC, so I can
see her having a great Bunny Girl voice. Yeah,
it's pretty weird. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be honored. I threw out a bunch of names. Jessica Threet was on there too. Jessica's amazing. Rebecca Burr did. Yep. Was it? She either did the Cinnabon or Dragon Eye Moon. I think she did. I don't know which one did which, but Andrea Ames and Rebecca Burr are two other really good ones. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got quite a couple, but also high demand off narrators. So
yeah,
yeah.
we'll see. I mean, I did drop Parsno, but that is not going to happen. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I concur.
and she's like, I would love to. And I was like, okay, like, when do you think? And she's like, oh, end of 2028. And I'm
Yeah.
like, uh, okay, never mind.
Never mind. Yeah.
You know
I
what to do
I
though is
it
get a slot and then write a book for her.
yeah, okay, so that's my bucket list. I want Andy to narrate one of my books, but I think I
Just,
literally have to write a book for her. Yeah.
yeah, it'd be cool to do it very specific for that narration.
Yeah. 100%.
All right,
We've
next
got
question.
we've got some commentary. Brian saying Dictor t-shirts are going to be available in the Beyond Quest merch store. Thanks, Brian.
And the toys, they come in 3 sizes.
Yeah. It's extra large Magnum.
No, it'll
Horse.
be the human horse and
Yeah.
and I don't know, horse daddy
Yeah.
or whatever.
Jen wants the late night panel to be live streamed.
Jordan Kahn would not allow that, I don't think.
I think you need permission. Of course, if it's a private stream, how would they know?
Although it was last year. Last year was unhinged a little bit.
Yeah.
I won't say specifics, but I felt like we were unsupervised at Jordan Con last year. There was like vaping and just a little bit of the that legal weed stuff and whiskey in and on the panels in the morning.
Wow.
This
okay.
is happening.
So that's how Peter was it Pete? Peter ended up how he was.
Yeah, but okay, but the lit RPG authors weren't doing weird shit, and we kept we can hold our liquor. Okay, Peter's the one that needs to pull it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, we should not be recorded right now.
Yeah. Has anybody like Ren's got bringing their like bucket of their vat of liquor? Any idea what it's going to be? I don't know. I've heard.
Well, I'm not going to give away the specific formulae because I would get in trouble, but I do know that it is very health conscious. Oh. There is electrolytes.
I was going to say you're putting vitamin C in it.
No, but there's electrolytes mixed in and lots of booze. Yeah, and it's colored, so you'll get blue or red.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very sophisticated.
Yeah.
I got a room with Ren at Lit RPG Con, and there was the red jug in our room, and it was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there were people carrying around that liquid all day, every day, all night. I mean, like,
actually got finished, which is impressive. It's
a
like
lot.
3 or 4 handles got put in it, maybe more.
I commit. Yeah. Oh God, we've got some. All right, here's the suggestion of the sizes.
Human horse type. Brian is still so happy that he's thinking about penises. This is straight men mentality for you. Straight men are the straightest of all the straight men, and they love penises. They really do.
I mean, yeah.
Who's the guy that is like the famous incel that is a virgin? It's not Ben Shapiro.
I think I don't know.
It's whatever. But the guy was saying on one of his lives, and they recorded it, and of course it's all over the internet now, how actually I'm pretty sure like dating women is basically the gayest thing you can do. And it's just like, bro, no one's mad. We're not mad at gays. You're the one being mean. Go suck a dick.
I think there's also
Titan, it's fine. I'm pro LGBT. I'm the T and the Q and the B.
Somebody asked me what part of the alphabet I am. I'm like, most of it. all of it. I've been all of it at this point.
You bring in gender queers, and we're like, baby, I'm holding up the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. It's like at some point, gender, sexuality, it's all meaningless.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, Rose. What's the best way for fans to keep track of you? Are you Facebook, Patreon, Instagram? Are you Blue Sky? Like, where are
I'm
you
on
at?
Facebook sometimes. You can track me down on my like little Facebook Rose Reynolds pen name TJ Reynolds page or whatever. I'm on Discord too. Discord's probably easier if you want to actually ping me.
Mhm.
Yeah, or show up at a con and come talk to me because I'm big and loud and cunty, but I'm actually nice and quiet inside.
Yeah. So you're at Jordan Con, Lit RPG Con, any other cons this year?
Dragon Con.
Are you going to Dragon Con?
Yeah. That's it though. Yeah, for sure. Part of me wants to branch out next year, but I've got good seats in all of them and it's fun.
Yeah. I've heard Dragon Con's a little bit like last year they kind of tamed down Lit RPG a bit, and it's even more this year. Any rumors about Dragon Con? I'm still on the fence as to whether I'm going or not.
What do you mean tamed it down?
There's just not as many panels or just less of a presence.
I don't think that's true, but
Okay.
I got a bunch of panels. I think what's maybe happening is there was a couple years after COVID where a bunch of fantasy authors didn't want to come, and Lit RPG authors are a bunch of whores. Like James Hunter's hilarious. I think he did like 13 panels or 14 panels
Oh,
one
wow.
year. He's like I'll do any of them,
Yeah.
all of them. And so they're like, okay, you're on all of them. And so like Lit RPG did a takeover at Dragon Con, and
So it was just that it kind of over rotated those years.
yeah, I think we were like overly present for a couple years, but those were also the lowest attendance years.
Yeah.
And then like the attendance went back up and more authors are coming, and there's still a bunch of Lit RPG panels, and the fantasy track one is doing like a cool late night slutty one, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And it's the 40th anniversary, so it's going to be scary big.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'll meet my fourth wife there.
Just collecting
She's 6'5". She'll have a Titan. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, if you're in the chat, this is your chance. Any last questions or comments? Get them out now. And yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
I made the whole crowd at Dragon Con last year say girl dick.
There was a request for girl dick at the late night one for Jordan Con.
It has a different mouth feel. You should try it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Laura says thanks for being awesome.
Laura?
Last year you stopped her from crying, so shout out to you.
Oh. Yeah, was it the massage day, the headache day? If someone has a migraine at a con, I will pinch your pain, and it won't be a sensual massage, but I will slam it with. I got strong hands, so I will make it.
Said yes.
Yeah.
Do you do like the Xena trigger point? You know.
It's Western trigger point therapy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do write some of my combat based upon it. Yeah, it's fun stuff.
Mm. All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We're a little bit over. I'm going to let you all go. We'll see you at Jordan Con a couple days away. Super excited. So
I'm excited.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.